Welcome to Reflective Fashion Production. It's Fantastic Friday. It's important to have a positive affirmation and mental check-in, and this is my weekly with you. If you're back from our last chat, hey, how are you? If you are just scrolling through and decided to click on this video, my name is Monica, and I hope everyone is staying focused, moving forward, and being fabulous. So today, honestly, it is almost like 7:30 and I am so behind on this day because I woke up late. I woke up late and my battery was dead. And not only that, but there was just so much going on in the morning. Well, in the morning, this morning, to where I was just like, I don't know what I'm going to do. I'm behind. I should have did this last night. I should have did this. I should have did that. And I'm just having a day already. It's not even 9 o'clock yet. So I'm smiling because I was actually asked this question earlier this week. What do you do with your time? And that's really, really important. What do you do with your time? So it's just like, who are you spending your time with? How do you go about, your day with your time? This is very important as far as an entrepreneur goes, as well as just in your work life as well. What are you doing with your time? So when I was asked that, I think was it Wednesday? It was this Wednesday. It was this Wednesday that put a lot of things in perspective for me, because I was just like, what am I doing with my time? I mean, because there's 24 hours in a day. And it's just like, okay. But this morning when I woke up, I just frantically jumped up and I'm like, oh my God, I'm late. I wanted to do this with Malia. I wanted to do this for Prince. I wanted to do this for me. And it's just like, okay, take a deep breath. What is going on? Think about what's important to you. What are the things that are important to you so that you can move forward with making a to-do list? A to-do list is very important. I'm writing this down. And the reason why I'm writing this down is because there's so many times that I've been going over my content and I'm actually revamping everything. So you're going to actually start to see certain videos just fade away. And the reason why I'm doing it is because I like to ramble and I like to talk about things. And I just think it's important to go through the motions. Sometimes you do have that moment where you're just rambling. Other times it's just like, okay, just get to the point. So, what I was saying is, just go through your to-do list. Even if you don't have a to-do list and you're like, okay, how do I get started with a to-do list? We have so many tools that are given to us, but we don't know how to use them. That is very, very funny, because I was thinking about that the other day. Like, when I'm talking to people and I'm just like, well, I really want to sit down and talk to my therapist. It's been a minute. It's probably been a month, but I have the tools to navigate until and when I know it's time, I know it's time. Like, it's like, okay, no, you got to sit down, you got to reach out, and you got to talk about it. You have to acknowledge when you need the help, right? So as of this morning, I end up piling things on my plate, just on it. I'm just like, okay, so I got to do this, I got to do this, I got to fix my hair. And right now I'm wearing an afro, so I'm just like, oh my gosh, my afro is lumpy. You can see it's not picked out in the middle because it hurts. It does. It really, really does. And you can see that my hair is looking healthy and happy, which is so exciting because I just cut it like a couple of months ago. But anyway, so I just started piling on my plate, and then I realized, wait, Monica, pause, because you're making this harder than it's already supposed to be. What are you doing with your time? So what's important to you today? So what are we going to do today so that we can move forward and make things happen? Normally what I like to do is get up and record Fantastic Friday and have it posted by 9 o'clock and move on. But that was when I had a different concept of what was going on with my day. So I was working 8:30 to 5, Monday through Friday, and sometimes 8 to 12. So it was just like, okay, well, with this being said, I got this going on and I got this going on. When am I going to be able to do this? Then I'm not going to bed on time, because guess what? I got the phone like this and I'm just scrolling through. I mean, it's great to take some time out and do, things like that, right? It's great to just like take some time out and just scroll and look and laugh. But sometimes you do need to focus on what you're doing with your time. In fact, I got something for you. Hold that thought. Okay. So, the last episode that I had with me, myself, and just Monica's podcast, I was talking about how I went through this 23-day challenge and I had these rules that me and Malia came up with. So I'm going to share these with you. And I think I've shared these before, but these are like set in stone. These are the rules. You see my notes and stuff. So, number one, we have no social media between the hours of 4 a.m., 7 a.m., and 7:30 p.m. and 10 p.m. 2, create a schedule and follow it. 3, do not overthink things. 4, it's okay to say no. Sometimes you may not have enough time for yourself. Doing for others won't get you where you want to be if you're exhausted. 5, more cooking. 6, protect your energy. And 7, relax. Take a deep breath and breathe. So those are the 7 rules that Malia and I came up with a couple of years ago when we were walking through the 23-day challenge. Now, I go into detail about the 23-day challenge on Me, Myself, and Just Monica podcast. So if you are interested in listening to that, definitely go listen. I have revamped my podcast so many times, and this time I think I actually got it right. So I am working on episodes. I'm trying to get it to where I post at least once a week, but right now we're just working on it. So you may get one every 3 weeks, just depending on how fast it takes me to really get the content that I'm looking for down. And I talk about everything, but really the main focus is self-help, self-love, and self-improvement. And I just really find that that's important, because once you acknowledge the fact that you need some help in anything, like regardless if it's mental, physical, emotional, financially, once you acknowledge that you need that help, it's okay. It's okay to just take the time and take a deep breath and say, yes, this is what I need. And it's okay to say you need help, but just be careful on who you're asking for help, because sometimes that can go elsewhere. But the main objective just for today is for me to actually just focus on what I have going on for today. What is it that I want to do for today? Because it's Fantastic Friday. So when I first created this was almost this was years ago, and I wasn't really posting consistently like I wanted to, and then something took place in my life that just made me feel like, okay, Monica, you gotta get together. And so I was just like, let me do this for myself. And so I was just like, I'm gonna try to post every week, every Friday. And sometimes I'm not able to post every Friday. And when I'm not able to post every Friday, I get sad. I'm like, oh my gosh, this is like a little diary for me. And it's so fun because I get excited for Fantastic Friday. Like, I have positive affirmations for almost each day. And when I told somebody that, they were like, that's so corny. And I was like, oh my gosh, I thought you were awesome. We had a great conversation, but I can't talk to you anymore. Because even though that they said that was kind of corny, it helps me. And I don't want people around judging me on the things that I'm doing. And I know that that's like, oh, Monica, that's wrong. No, like, I can't tell you, I can't share my ideas with you. I can't, have those in-depth conversations with you, because my mindset when I said do not overthink, that's a part of a trigger of me overthinking. And I think it's important to, know things that will trigger you. So I normally try to make sure that this is 15 minutes between 4 or 5 and 15 minutes for Fantastic Friday. Just a video, but there's so many things that I want to do today, and I really want to jump on my to-do list for today, so that I can actually knock them out. I want to make sure that I'm knocking out my to-do list and making sure that I get what I want to get done, taken care of today. So I'm really excited. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and tell me, like, what do you do with your time? Like, have you ever sat down and thought about that? So drop that comment below and let me know. And I will see you guys soon.